So, you're probably wondering why I'm putting out this video a little late. Like, you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you put out this video sooner, Multi? It just seems like you should have done this sooner. Well, A, I wanted to wait to see if there was any other trailers or stuff to talk about on during the whole Super Bowl time, and I didn't want to miss the commercials. Also, B, your boy loves his football, and I wanted to watch the rest of the game. Even though I was pulling for Cincy, congrats, LA. Especially to Matt Stafford for finally getting a Super Bowl after being 12 years in hell, aka Detroit. So, well, Detroit Lions, I should preface. Anywho, so let's talk about the two major ones. I'm not going to talk about Lord of the Rings because I feel like I'm not qualified in the lore enough to understand everything, but it does look really cool, and I think that's going to be a really cool show. Better be worth the money, that's all I'm saying. But let's talk about the two major things. Of course, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer, the full trailer, and we're going to talk a bit about the Moon Knight TV spot. So we're just going to talk about Doctor Strange and Moon Knight for this one. So let's get, obviously, with Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, the new trailer. So, as we know, Steven has cast a spell that has broken the multiverse. Now, I don't know if this is going to tie in with the same spell that he used in No Way Home that Peter damaged, or this is a new spell. And I like that we got more of the multiverse in here. We got, there's little bits and pieces, and apparently Sam Raimi according to Sam Raimi, he really got to really, flex a lot of, they're giving him a little more creative control, from what I understand, is that Sam Raimi has been given a lot of creative control. And personally, I would love to see, this is just me personally, I would love to see a scene of in the multiverse where where you see Mysterio show up, and you think, oh man, they got Jake Gyllenhaal back as Mysterio. He takes the helmet off, and it's Bruce Campbell, obviously referencing the time, because remember, Bruce Campbell did play Mysterio in the Spider-Man 2 game, and he was supposed to be Mysterio in a future Maguire Spider-Man movie before that all got shit canned. So I think it'd be a kind of fun, and of course, wherever Sam Raimi goes, Bruce Campbell is never far behind. So I would love to, so that would be my pick for a Bruce Campbell cameo, is him finally playing Mysterio, or a version of him. Speaking of multiverse stuff, obviously we are going to be talking about the multiverse stuff in general, regarding a certain voice that we heard that was clearly Patrick Stewart, so Charles Xavier is here, and what's interesting is that those robot drones kind of look like Superior Iron Man with a bit of Ultron, and we see this big meeting room, like a meeting room of characters. So is this the MCU version of the Illuminati? That's the big question, because we hear Xavier, so that does lead to the leak of Ian Grufford being rumored to be here as Mr. Fantastic. So could this be a version of Ian Gruffard? Is it Gruffard or Grufford? I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but basically the Mr. Fantastic from the Fox Fantastic Four. The first Fox, the 04 Fantastic Four. So I think that'd be really cool to bring him back. I think one of the things that they got right was getting three of the four cast members for Fantastic Four dead on. So to have Ian Grufford back would be so much fun to see. I think he was an excellent Mr. Fantastic, and to see him in here. Although Jason was kind of saying, wouldn't it be interesting instead of Ian Grufford, it was Miles Teller, and but he's playing a different version of Mr. Fantastic. He's basically the version of the Fan Four Stick. Mr. Fantastic was basically Ultimate Reed Richards and went full evil, thus making him the Maker. I was like, I kind of want that. When Jason pointed, made that fan theory of, wouldn't it be crazy if it turned out they used Miles Teller and he instead became that version. They say, that version of Mr. Fantastic is canon in that shitty movie, but what makes up for it is that he becomes the Maker. Would actually, I would legit be I would be at peace with that, because that movie was shitty enough where you could just say he just went crazy and killed everyone. I was like, fine, I'll take it. But no, this is really cool that we may be getting the Illuminati. That's the big thing, is that we may be getting the Illuminati. And we saw more of America Chavez. And we also got like a quick glimpse of Captain Carter's shield. We saw a quick glance of who I think is either a different version of Captain Marvel, but someone said they kind of look like Richard Rider Nova. So I was like, wait, they do kind of look like Richard. And I do love the little thing of Wanda, because it looks like Wanda and Steven are on a collision course. They're kind of like building that up. So I love the moment where she says, so whenever you do something, it's for the good of the multiverse, but whenever I do the exact same thing, I'm the bad guy. I'm like, God damn, Wanda out here spilling tea. So that was a lot of fun. It also makes me wonder if those leaks are real now, if Hugh Jackman's going to be in this movie, if Tom Cruise is going to play because one of the rumors was Tom Cruise being in here playing a version of Iron Man, which is, yeah, makes me wonder. There's just so much, and there's so much to pick apart with this trailer. I'm really excited for Multiverse of Madness. It's going to be great, and I can't wait to see what Sam Raimi does with that. So let's talk real quick about Moon Knight. Now, the Moon Knight TV spot definitely shows that it's going to be a brutal show. Like, this is going to be a brutal show, very psychological horror. I love we got to see that quick glimpse of Khonshu. It looks like in a dream sequence. They are definitely taking a lot of, like, the Jeff Lemire run, because we did get screenshots a few days earlier showing Moon Knight in the Mr. Knight costume, which we all wanted. We all wanted the Mr. Knight costume. So I was so happy to see the Mr. Knight costume. I'm going to be so pumped to see the Mr. Knight costume in live action. That's going to be so great. It just looks, and they did say, Kevin Feige said, we're not pulling punches on this show. This is going to be a very brutal show. And I'll be like, okay, Kevin, I'll believe it when I see it. You know, I will believe it if and when I see it. Okay, I will. But you do you. Let's see what the mouse says. Right? Let's see what the mouse says. So yeah. Also, I'm going to throw out this theory, backtracking to Doctor Strange real quick. I have a theory that Multiverse of Madness is going to basically be a stepping stone for the next big Marvel event, MCU event, and I think it's going to be Secret Wars. I honestly believe, the next phase is we're building to Secret Wars, because that's what the creators, the two directors wanted to do after Avengers Endgame was, we'll come back for Secret Wars. And I'm like, yeah, that's the next big Marvel and that would be the next logical move after Thanos, is to do Secret Wars, specifically the Jonathan Hickman event. So dealing with all these multiverses and whatnot, probably break the multiverse and create Battle World. Yeah, again, I can't confirm that, but that's what I have this seeking suspicion that the big MCU, next big MCU film will be Secret Wars. So, who knows? But you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this? What did you think of both Doctor Strange and Moon Knight? Are you guys excited, or are you guys not? What do you think of the possible of the Illuminati? Do you think we might get Secret Wars? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. If you haven't already, hit the link below and head over to my Patreon. But other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.